So let us discuss the another important article of Unit 2, Fourier series and Fourier transform of signals and system subject, Hilbert transform. Very simple article. Let us see what is the definition of Hilbert transform. What is the importance of Hilbert transform? So first let us see the Hilbert transform of function f of t is represented as f(h) of t, where h stands for Hilbert transform. Remember that the Hilbert transform of f of t is represented as fh of t. So therefore it is mathematically defined as so how this Hilbert transform is defined? Very simple formula. Fh of t is equal to f of t. Just convolute the given signal with 1 by pi t. 1 by pi t. So this is the definition of how Hilbert transform is defined. So what is the Hilbert transform of f of t? Just take convolution of f of t with 1 by pi t. Here star denotes convolution. Now, so as you know that, so what is the convolution of two signals? For example, say x1 of t or convolution with x2 of t. What is the formula? Integral minus infinity to infinity x1 of tau into x2 of t minus tau d tau. So this is the very important formula of signals and system subject. So therefore apply this formula to here. So therefore fh of t is represented as integral minus infinity to infinity f of tau into 1 by pi into t minus tau d tau. So therefore it is represented as fh of t, the Hilbert transform. Take 1 by pi outside, so 1 by pi, so integral minus infinity to infinity f of tau by t minus tau d tau. So this is the formula of finding Hilbert transform of f of t in time domain. So now let us see the inverse Hilbert transform. The inverse Hilbert transform is defined as, how it is defined as, let us see. So that means if you know fh of t, how to calculate f of t? Simply f of t is equal to, just representing the formula just by minus 1 by pi, so minus 1 by pi, so integral minus infinity to infinity, just in place of f of tau represented with fh of tau by t minus tau into d tau. So this is the definition of inverse Hilbert transform, from which you can find f of t. So this is what you have to write, the mathematical definition. Just convolute f of t with 1 by pi t, that will become the Hilbert transform of f of t. So let us see what is the frequency domain equivalent formula of this chapter. So that is very important. So what is the frequency domain equivalent of this formula? So therefore, so what is our Hilbert transform? Hilbert transform is very simple formula. So fh of t is simply f of t convolution with signal 1 by pi t. So take Fourier transform on both sides. Taking Fourier transform on both sides. Taking Fourier transform on both sides. Let us see what it will come. So it is represented with fh of omega c, fh of omega. The left side Fourier transform of fh of t is fh of omega. As you know that from the properties of Fourier transform, the convolution leads to multiplication. So therefore it will become f of t's Fourier transform is f of omega multiplied with Fourier transform of 1 by pi t. As you know that the Fourier transform of convolution leads to multiplication. So now let us find out what is the Fourier transform of 1 by pi t. So for this, and find this Fourier transform of f 1 by pi t, just substitute. So that is the equivalent formula in frequency domain. So for this purpose, very simple. Well, you know that signum of t is Fourier transform, very important objective bit, 2 by j omega. Use the duality property, just substitute t here, 2 by jt is Fourier transform. As you know that what left side we have to do, multiply with the 2 pi and signum of minus omega. Signum of minus omega. So therefore, just so 2 gets cancels out, 2 gets cancels out. So therefore bring pi here and j to the right side. So 1 by pi t is Fourier transform is equal to j signum of minus omega. As we have derived in the previous classes, signum of minus omega is a odd function. So therefore 1 by pi t is Fourier transform, 1 by pi t is Fourier transform is minus j signum of omega. So therefore substitute the Fourier transform of 1 by pi t minus j signum of omega. So in this function, so therefore fh of omega, that is Hilbert transform in frequency domain, so that is equal to f of omega. So what is Fourier transform? 1 by pi t minus j signum of omega into f of omega. So this is a very important operation in frequency domain. So let us see what does this will convey. So let us see what is this will convey. So very important objective bit also. So what is the Hilbert transform? The Hilbert transform formula in frequency domain is fh of omega. So that is equal to minus j signum of omega into f of omega. So this is a very important formula of Hilbert transform in frequency domain. So let us see what it will represent. So as you know that, so what is signum of omega? Signum of omega, as you know how to draw signum of omega. So this is signum of omega versus omega. Its amplitude is +1 during this interval. Its amplitude is -1 during this interval. So that means, so when, let us see two cases here. When omega is greater than 0, when omega is greater than 0, what is signum of omega? Signum of omega is +1. So because of minus j, so therefore the frequencies will undergo, that means these frequencies when omega is greater than 0, so what is fh of omega will become? Fh of omega will become minus j f of omega. So that means all the frequencies will undergo a phase shift of, will undergo a phase shift of minus 90 degrees. Remember that, this is the very important point. The frequencies omega greater than 0, because of this minus j here will undergo a phase shift of 90 degrees. Let us see the second point. If omega is less than 0, let us see what will happen. So if omega is less than 0, what is in the formula? It is -1, minus into minus +1. So therefore fh of omega, what is fh of omega? Fh of omega is equal to j into f of omega. So that means these frequencies, that means negative frequencies, these frequencies will undergo a phase shift of, in mathematics j is 90 degrees, phase shift of 90 degrees. So this is what you have to observe from this transformation. All the positive frequencies, because of Hilbert transform, will undergo a phase shift of minus 90 degrees. All the negative frequencies will undergo a phase shift of +90 degrees because of Hilbert transform. So now let us see what are the applications of Hilbert transform. Applications of Hilbert transform. So it is used, first point, it is used in the generation of SSB signals, very important. SSB stands for single sideband signals. So very important in the subject. So in the subject analog communication subject, you will again come across Hilbert transform. Analog communication subject, you again come across the Hilbert transform, where the Hilbert transform is used to generate single sideband. That means it consisting of only one band. So that is in that operation we use Hilbert transform. That is the first application. So the second application is it is used in the design of minimum phase shift filters. It is used in the design of minimum phase shift filters. So this is the second application where we find the Hilbert transform. Let us see the third application. The third application is also very important. It is used to represent band pass signals. Another very important point, band pass signals. In the representation of band pass signals, we use Hilbert transform. So this is the another very important point. Again, it will come in the subject analog communication subject. These 2 points are first and third are very important. Again, in this subject we use Hilbert transform. So let us see the properties. Let us see the properties and we'll close this. The properties of Hilbert transform. Properties of Hilbert transform. Number 1. Let us see number 1. A signal f of t and its Hilbert transform fh of t have same autocorrelation function. First point you have to remember that autocorrelation function. That means if you find autocorrelation function, so f of t's autocorrelation and if you find fh of t autocorrelation, they have the same answer. So that is the first point. The second point is that a signal f of t and its Hilbert transform have same energy density spectrum. So this is the another very important point. They have both signals f of t and the Hilbert transform fh of t have same energy density spectrum. So that is the second point. The third point is that a signal f of t and its Hilbert transform fh of t are orthogonal to each other. So this is the another important point. So what is the orthogonality condition? Just we have to integrate minus infinity to infinity f of t and its Hilbert transform is fh of t dt is equal to 0. So they are orthogonal to each other. So that is we have to take the limits minus infinity to plus infinity. Remember that. Next point, another important point is that if Hilbert transform of f of t is say fh of t. First point, if the Hilbert transform of f of t is fh of t, then the Hilbert transform of if you find the Hilbert transform of fh of t, the Hilbert transform of f of t is minus f of t. Remember that this is the another property. If the Hilbert transform of f of t is fh of t, if you find the Hilbert transform of fh of t again, it will come out as minus f of t. Now let us see this last point. It is used to find pre-envelope. Another very important for communication subjects. Pre-envelope of a signal. So that means if a signal x of t is taken, if a signal x of t is taken, so if a signal so then the pre-envelope of a signal xp of t is represented with x of t plus j into xh of t, or you can take fp of t also, fp of t, or you can write in the terms of fp of t also. Fp of t, that is pre-envelope of a signal f of t is equal to f of t plus j into Hilbert transform fh of t. So this is the another important formula for communication subject. With this formula you can find out the pre-envelope of a given signal. So this is about the very simple and important article in communication subjects, Hilbert transform. Thank you.